My name is Daniel, and I'm the president of the College of Alice and Peter Tan, also known as CAPT. The past 2 years has been rough because of COVID, but we still managed to retain our vibrant student life with safety measures in place. There are still many opportunities to grow and learn in your 2-year journey as a captain. So come join me to find out more.
My name is Brian.
And I'm Datri.
And we are your friendly CAPT neighborhood resident assistants. We help to oversee the residential life aspects in CAPT. There's an RA designated for each level. You can find them in unit number 68. Except for level 5, 8 and 14, you can find them in unit number 53. Now, having battled and survived at least 4 semesters of the year's life, the RAs are usually year 3 or 4 individuals who want to share their experiences and look after the welfare of those around them.
The RE team works throughout the year to ensure the safety and well-being of the captains, so that everyone can enjoy their time in CAPT. So don't hesitate to approach any of the REs if you need someone to talk to or to just get some advice on university matters. We're more than happy to have that chat with you. Now let's bring you around CAPT.
We have 5 neighborhoods in CAPT, namely Rock, Dragon, Garuda, Phoenix and Tupa. Now let me address a little myth about the sorting process. We do actually have a sorting hat which allocates every captain into a neighborhood which best suits them. Okay Jakes, we are all randomly allocated. Each neighborhood occupies 3 floors, a girls' floor, guys' floor and a mixed floor, and within each floor there are some shared facilities.
Each floor has an air-conditioned lounge, and it's basically a shared space for residents to do anything and everything, from having meals, playing games, studying, and even more. Each lounge has its own theme designed by the residents of the floor. These are the rooms of captains. Each room comes with a bed, desk, wardrobe, and pedestal. You can choose to live in an air-conditioned or non-air-conditioned room. Captains can be quite creative in their room decorations. For example, some rooms look like a plant nursery. Some are designed like a cafe, some like a startup office, or maybe just decorated with their cho-cho from home, or simply a minimalistic aesthetic. Every room is unique to every captain, and you can design your own room too.
Apart from corridors, there are also suites which house 6 residents and contain a private toilet and common living space. Captains decorate their suites to look like a living room, and it really does feel like home within campus.
Now, apart from the floor lounge, on the top floor of each neighborhood, we have our laundry room. There are 2 washers and 2 dryers for use. One accepts coins, while the other accepts e-payment. You just need to bring your own laundry detergent, make sure the load you're washing isn't too heavy, and press the temperature you need.
Each neighborhood also has their own pantry. It comes with induction cookers, a microwave, water dispenser, and fridge. Feel free to use the common utensils to cook your own meals and keep your items refrigerated in the neighborhood fridge. Do remember to label your items and clear your expired goods when the time comes.
Every day during breakfast and dinner, we meet here at the dining hall to have our meals together. There are many cuisines to choose from Western, Chinese, Indian and Malay, and we get a different menu each day. These are the times where we get to catch up with all our friends in CAPT after a long day in school. The flying seat is where we can chill with our friends, play the piano or have group meetings. There are also printers here if you need to print your notes and cheat sheets for exams. The Multi-Purpose Sports Hall, or MPSH for short, is where we have sports interest group sessions or hold events. Captains can also book the MPSH for their own activities and games. The theme rooms are spaces for our residents to express themselves and pursue their interests. TR1 is where preparations for cooking and baking happen, and we treat ourselves for being exceptional students. TR2, also known as the Black Box, is a common space for the musically inclined to jam together. And finally, TR3 is a common recreational room for all of us to chill and hang loose.
Living with COVID-19 has definitely brought about some changes to residential life. However, we've all been doing our part to ensure that we protect ourselves and our community. While large social gatherings are no longer the norm, our captains have rallied together to come up with ingenious ways to stay connected in the pandemic. From hybrid neighborhood events and interest group sessions to organic small group initiatives, captains have continued to share their interests and socialize in a safe and responsible way. Basic safe management measures include mask wearing in the common areas, like our corridors, and capacity limits in the common amenities like our pantries, lounges, seminar rooms, and MPSH.
Residents have also been testing themselves at least once a week based on vaccination differentiated measures set up by NUS. If you do fall ill on campus, the Residential Life team, which includes the RAs and the resident fellows, are well equipped to help you recover on campus as well. Every captain contributes to the unique culture of their floor, their neighbourhood, and to CAPT as a whole. We hope that CAPT has a space for everyone to be their authentic selves. We hope to have you join the vibrant residential life here in CAPT. Hope to see you around.
There's a wide variety of opportunities that our college offers. You can attend interest groups, join different committees, go overseas for community engagement, or even represent CAPT in the inter-college games. There are numerous sports and clubs and societies IGs, and there is no prior experience needed to join any of them or participate. IGs are free and easy, and you don't need to just commit to just one. This means that as long as there are vacancies around, you can come down for any of them during the week. And if you're keen to push yourself out of your comfort zone, sign up to be a leader or a member in one of our many committees. CAPT's ethos is active citizenship and community engagement. In alignment with our ethos, CAPT seeks to create opportunities for individuals from different communities to interact, learn, and build relationships with one another. Despite the presence of COVID-19, it's heartening to see that captains are still actively participating in the many activities planned for them. There are still about 130 volunteers who are engaging communities under our ACE wing.
So what is student welfare in CAPT? Student welfare is managed by the SAC or Student Affairs Committee, and what we do is organize events to help captains, to provide a platform for captains to bond or interact and forge meaningful friendships. So one such event that we organize is INS or Inter-Neighbourhood Shield. It is an event where captains can come together, rally together with their housemates and engage in friendly competition with the other houses. So some of the games that we have include Just Dance, Mario Kart, and even MasterChef. Are captains spoiled? I think to answer that question, my committee members really put in a lot of effort to make sure that each event is special to captains and make sure that there's something that they can look forward to. So there are a lot of exciting events that happen in CAPT throughout the semester, throughout the year. So there's a lot to look forward to. Some other hallmark events that we have include Welcome Back Dinner, where we welcome back captains after the long winter break into the start of Sem 2. There's also Exam Welfare, which is an event that captains especially are excited for because we'll cater food, we'll have mini games to help them to alleviate some of their stress that happens during their finals or assignments period. And there's also CAPT Buddy, which is an event where we pair local students together with the exchange students to allow them to better assimilate into CAPT and into Singapore when they first enter. So these are the events that SAC plans, and how this would ultimately lead to a more fulfilling college experience is that what SAC stands for in general, which is to make CAPT a home, a homely place, a vibrant place where captains can look forward to coming back to after a long day of school, a long day of work, to just chill with their friends, have events that they can look forward to, have fun with them, and share some laughter and joy.
At CAPT, we have an arts and culture scene that's vibrant, exciting, and inclusive. We have various interest groups that caters to all your interests and passions. Interested in music and dance? You can join our music and dance interest group, such as Jam City, Guitar Pella, and Capping Sing, where you can jam to your favorite songs with your friends. Interested in photography? We have our photography interest group, Capture, where you can learn to take professional-looking and Instagram-worthy photos. If you are a foodie, fret not, for we have baking club, cooking club, and CAPT coffee to satisfy all your cravings. There are many more IGs for you to explore. Ultimately, there will be an interest group that caters to your interests. We also organize exciting events such as Arts Fest and Art Showcase for captains to have fun and showcase their talents. Hope to see y'all in our IG sessions and events.
I would say that the sporting culture here in CAPT is one that's inclusive and supportive, where we welcome all individuals to try out sports, regardless of your sporting background or your skill level in the various sports offered here in CAPT. The sporting culture in CAPT is also described to be fun, especially through the various sporting events that captains can participate in. and it's also a good opportunity for captains to meet new captains, especially from other houses, and to bond in the process of playing sports. The sporting culture here in CAPT is also a good mix of recreational and competitive. If you're looking to try out new sports in CAPT, we have interest group heads to guide you along the way. If you're looking for something more competitive, there are also events catered to these needs and for you to further hone your skills in the various sports that you participate in. In CAPT, we have 4 major sporting events. In the first semester, we have the Inter-Neighbourhood Games, otherwise known as ING, as well as the CE Sports Week, which is known as Community Engagement Sports Week. And in Semester 2, we have the Inter-College Games, otherwise known as ICG, as well as Health Enrichment and Engagement, Health Awareness Week, also known as HEHAW. For ING, it is to promote friendly competition among the 5 houses here in CAPT, and it's an event that all captains look forward to. The purpose of ING is also to promote house spirit, as well as it's a good opportunity for captains to try out new sports in a comfortable setting of their houses. For CE Sports Week, is to showcase that sports is not just a physical activity, but can be molded into something more meaningful. The purpose of CE Sports Week is to bring together 2 aspects, sports as well as community engagement, for captains to learn about new communities through sports. For CE Sports Week this year, we had goalball and soundball. These are 2 sports played by the visually impaired community, and this is a good opportunity for captains to try out these new sports and to learn more about this community. For ICG, it is a friendly competition among the 6 different residential colleges here in NUS. It's a good time for the captains to showcase the skills that they've honed throughout the entire semester, and for them to promote CAPT in the various sports that they participate in, and at the same time to promote the CAPT spirit. Lastly, for HEHAW, it is held towards the end of semester 2, and it is a time where it's hectic and stressful for all captains. So for this HEHAW week, we're actually promoting physical and mental wellness, and it will be a week filled with activities for captains to participate in to unwind and to de-stress with their friends.
In CAPT, we are very strong and inclusive sporting culture. It's a very low entrance level here, so anyone and everyone can pick up any sport and play whatever they want.
So CAPT Sports is also very non-committal, so you can come anytime if you are free. And most of these sessions are 2 hours long, mostly on the weekdays, evenings, after classes end.
During the current COVID-19 pandemic, captains are still able to enjoy their favourite sports while adhering to safety distancing measures.
So CAPT Sports Committee has meticulously planned these sessions during this period, such that each and every captain can still enjoy their favourite sports amidst the pandemic.
If we find any new sports cool, captains are encouraged to explore and start new interest groups. Our professors and faculty are keen to help create new sporting environments to help us captains make memories. Fun fact, CAPT is the first college in University Town to create spikeball and kinball.
So don't be afraid to explore and encourage trying out new things. So for example, for spikeball and kinball, when these groups were first starting, the IG heads just learned how to play the sports at the time.
When I think of CAPT, the word home comes into mind. And it may sound cliche, but it really there's really no other words to describe how CAPT is like for me. I've stayed in CAPT for 4 years of my uni life, and I've made many lifelong friends who I still keep in contact up to today. And it's really nice because they are really people who are with me through thick and thin. They were there during my difficult times, through my happy times, and they were always there to laugh with me and to cry with me. And I hope that will be for you as well when you come into CAPT. It's also really nice because we all grow together and learn together in CAPT. We are all engaged in different communities such as special needs and adults or elderlies, where we just try to learn about the communities we work with and to be vulnerable. And this really helps because everyone in CAPT has similar views of helping people and growing together as a community. So it really brings us very closely knitted like a real family. I have 2 advice for incoming captains. Number 1 would be to be active and to be more present. this means like to just walk around, make friends, get to know people and their backgrounds, to join different things like different interest groups, just see what you're interested in. Number 2 is to grow and to learn. So it's okay to come into CAPT not knowing what you want to do, what you're interested in, but it would be great if you could just venture into other stuff, to try different things that CAPT has to offer. And after that, when you know what you are interested in, you can dive deep and focus on what you really want to do.
I think how CAPT has shaped me in terms of my own growth as a person and as a student is that I think it's allowed me to step out of my comfort zone, and I was given opportunities to develop myself in multiple areas, and one of them is actually student leadership. So previously in secondary school and in polytechnic, I was actually not given a chance to pursue such roles, and I felt that I actually got the confidence to pursue such roles in CAPT. As much as I would like to say that CAPT gives us the safe space to try out leadership skills, etc., I also think that we also have to deal with real challenges that requires us to use our critical thinking skills as well as decision making skills. At first I find it a little bit hard to adapt given my background, but I felt that with the guidance and support from my peers and professors, I thought that it was truly much more manageable as I was able to receive feedback from them and some tips as well. So ultimately overall I found that it was really a good experience, given the fact that I was actually able to stretch myself further in the area of leadership, and that it was truly a good experience with my friends and also the professors. I think one word to describe my years in CAPT would be adventurous. Adventurous because, for example, I wasn't a sporty person before this, and in CAPT I was actually exposed to multiple sports such as frisbee, touch rugby, and even captain's ball, and I truly enjoyed that because I was being taught by my friends. And that leads me to another point about adventurous, is that putting myself out there to meet new people, and eventually these people actually become my second family in CAPT. With my friends, there's always something adventurous to look forward to. So for example, like the late night supper, or even like board games, and also the heart-to-heart conversations at night. I think overall, my CAPT journey, like my friends actually made a huge part of it. An advice that I have for prospective students is that it is probably going to be your last hurdle before you step up into the working world, and also it is the last chance that you'll get to try different things. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there, go and meet new people, go and explore different things, and ultimately it's going to be your own journey, so make it meaningful and worthwhile. So I wish you all the best for your application, and I hope to see you in CAPT when I come back to visit. Bye bye!
Okay, so all fellows, including resident and non-resident fellows, teach here at CAPT. Right? And as for me, I teach a junior seminar called Bioethics in the 21st Century. I'm the resident fellow of the neighborhood called Tulpa, and together with other resident fellows, we actually live here at CAPT with the students, and we ensure the well-being of the residents. So we engage with our neighborhood committees, our neighborhood heads on the activities that are planned. We actually interact with them personally, sometimes one-to-one, but mainly in small groups, especially during breakfast and dinner time, where we engage with small talk and also sometimes some serious issues about life, whereby we can share our experiences with the students. Okay, so safety is one of the things that we are very concerned about, and especially at this time when everyone is concerned about COVID. Yes, at CAPT we adhere strictly to the SMMs, the safe management measures. So some of the things that we are currently doing now is to ensure that every resident will take their antigen rapid test on Sunday, and then if they are positive, then we will advise them accordingly. Of course, by the time you come in, there might be changes to the SMMs or safe management measures, but we will follow that accordingly. Now, of course, besides health concerns or health safety, we are also worried. We are also concerned about the safety, physical safety of our residents. Only legitimate people are allowed into the premises. So there are electromagnetic locks that are only activated by card that will allow people to come in. In terms of mental well-being, we have the residential life team, which consists of not only the resident fellows, but also the resident assistants. So they are there to interact with the people, to be on the ground, to look out for any signs of distress among the residents. So besides this, we also have a peer support group. At CAPT, we call it the CAPT support group, who consists of residents who are interested to help their fellow residents who might be under distress, who might be experiencing mental stress as well. And they are there on the ground. They are always there to offer a listening ear. I really enjoyed my time as a resident fellow here at CAPT. Although COVID has somehow restricted some of the things that we do, I still think of one of the most memorable experiences I've had as the resident fellow of Tour Park, whereby we went out together in a bus, right, to various places to have supper. It is so unfortunate that because of COVID, we can't do this anymore, but we can have other activities. So over the last vacation, I had unfortunately only five residents come to my place to have lunch. It was potluck so that my wife doesn't have to cook for so many people. So I enjoyed that as well. Unfortunately, yes, it's small scale, but I look forward to the day when some of these restrictions can be eased, and hopefully when you come in, right, we can have slightly larger scale activity. And so as you decide, I tell you, don't tarry any longer. Just choose CAPT, College of Alice and Peter Tan. We are all here ready to receive you at CAPT. Looking forward to seeing you.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. To, the Associate Director of Studies in CAPT. So, as students join us in the college, one of the most unique and distinctive programs that you go through is the U-Town College Program, UTCP for short. So what is this UTCP that students go through? Well, I'll use this simple illustration of a plate to help you understand what a UTCP is. So essentially, it's a 5-module program, and this is designed as an alternative pathway to the general education system. So this means that whatever you're taking in CAPT contributes to your fulfillment of your degree, and you're not taking over and above what you're supposed to take back in the faculty. So one of the modules that you'll be taking is the digital or data literacy module that you'll be taking in the faculty itself. The second one is the ideas and exposition module, which we call writing modules simply. So this means that it prepares you for writing both in school and beyond. So other modules that you'll be taking here in CAPT will be the junior seminars and the senior seminars. So the junior seminars are like level 1000 modules, which are CSCU. So this gives you an understanding of what different communities are and the key features. So there are 2 other senior seminars which are level 2000. So they are graded and they exposes you to a wide variety of different experiences and knowledge. So one of the key features about the junior seminars and senior seminars is that it is infused with a very strong element of our college's ethos, community engagement, and active citizenship. So this sums up what the UTCP is all about in CAPT. So please take note, there are students who are from faculties with very unique program structures such as medicine, dentistry, as well as law, so they will take a slightly modified form of the UTCP. But wait, there's more! So if you're interested in research or deeper engagement with the community partners, there are several other options for you. The first of which is the capstone, where you work together with groups of friends to work with a community partner to address a specific need that they have identified. Or if you prefer to work alone, there is the independent studies module that you can engage in with a supervisor here in CAPT to look into a specific issue that you are interested in. Alternatively, there is also the community internship, where you spend the summer working alongside different NGOs or non-governmental organizations, and you work alongside them to understand what goes behind the scenes to make Singapore possible. If you're interested in going overseas, there are also opportunities where you can travel. So the first of which is that we have so many students who have organized overseas learning trips to places like China and Thailand. And if you have interest in places such as Balkans, Nepal, as well as India, there are modules with overseas element infused into it as part of the UTCP modules. There are also trips where is led by academic fellows here in CAPT, and we have traveled to places such as Botswana, Myanmar, as well as India. So if you are interested in non-graded modules, so you'll be able to understand a bit more about different communities from the community leaders' perspective through avenues such as Master's Tea. And if you're interested in a wide range of different other topics such as languages, food, even games, you can join our grading groups, and all these are non-graded and you can join in to further and deepen your understanding of different communities that we have here. So lastly, we have special programs that is only available here in CAPT. So this includes the CAPTIS, which is an international student symposium, where we invite students both past and present, as well as external organizations to come in to talk through some of the relevant topics that's pertinent to the society today. And there's also the research forum. We invite community partners, experts, as well as our students to engage in conversations that we are all interested in. So we hope that this whole range of activities that we have designed for you will help you grow and will be tailored to your interests as you journey with us here in CAPT. See you soon!
Okay, hi guys, I'm Marcus and I'll be sharing with you a little bit more about junior seminars. So basically, junior seminars, or JS for short, are basically like pass-fail mods in CAPT where we get to explore our interests and also where we get to meet new captains. So basically for me personally, I took the JS, Games Community and Society. From this mod, I think I really learned a lot more about the gaming industry in Singapore, not just e-games but also like board games. I think the mod allowed me to meet some developers, like a board game developer called Daryl, as well as like female esports gamers in Singapore. This really expanded my understanding of gaming industry in Singapore, and I realized it's a lot more vibrant and like robust than I initially thought. I think something that really set this mod apart for me was the project where we had to create our own game. It was initially quite challenging, but I think it's something that I really enjoyed and something that I remember for many years.
Hi everyone, my name is Ian, and today I'll be talking about SS, also known as Senior Sen. So I took this SS called Community Leadership. It's about ideas of leadership, about communities and their leaders, as well as negotiation. So as I said earlier, one third of the module was about negotiation, and one thing new I learned in this module was that after a negotiation, the two parties would have a better relationship, or at least the same relationship, because they would be able to listen to each other's interests and negotiate a good outcome for each of them. So for this module, we had a couple of guest speakers come into the module. One of them is a startup founder of a company with green tech, which monitors water flowing through pipes to reduce the amount of water. Then the other was the High Commissioner of Maldives. He came to talk about how his country was being at threat of getting swallowed by the sea. So the guest lecturers were very important in seeing that community engagement is not just a theory to be studied in books, but also as a response to problems and needs of people on the ground. So we had this field trip to Pulau Hantu where we dug out sand to make desalination devices. And then we were expecting it to collect fresh water from the sea. so we went to check out the wildlife. But then afterwards, when we came back, the sea rose so high that it covered all of it and destroyed our property. And so this really brought home the point that things near the sea can be destroyed by sea level rise. And so this is really the part about contextual learning.
ACE is the largest community in CAPT for long-term community engagement, where we enable captains to helm their own project and engage with a specific community while empowering this community in the process. The main purpose of ACE is to provide an experiential learning platform for captains to go out of the classroom and into the community where they spend time with them, establish mutual understanding, and learn from them while making a small difference to their lives. Ultimately, we aim to cultivate empathy among captains for communities with differing circumstances, while creating awareness of these communities among students. Even in the midst of the pandemic, captains continue to engage with communities in meaningful ways, although a small number of this ACE project has to be shifted online. Captains continue to press on and think of creative and meaningful ways to engage with communities despite the various challenges. We engage with foster children and youths, the elderly, our migrant brothers, differently abled individuals, and also animals. This year, captains started 2 new projects, engaging with families or individuals facing certain challenges such as food security or issues with organ. Captains usually join us during the middle of the first semester, where they continue their community engagement journey throughout the academic year till the end of the second semester. There are currently 12 subcommittees in ACE, each with their specific committee that they engage with. You can choose to join one as an EXCO or PD, where you take charge of one of these projects, or you could join 1 or 2 of these projects as a volunteer, where you immerse yourself in these communities. ACE is a very good place to broaden your perspectives and gain deep insights into various communities around us. I strongly encourage all potential captains to keep an open mind and join us in this meaningful journey.
CFest is an annual flagship event in CAPT where captains get the opportunities to interact with different hidden communities in Singapore and learn how to debunk perceived notions as well as breed curiosity through different meaningful shows. It is a large-scale CE event in CAPT where captains plan for our very own captains. What makes CFest unique is that we collaborate with more than 30 partner organizations to plan for up to 12 new shows. It has always been about breadth and scale, where we aim to bring as many captains and as many hidden communities in Singapore as possible. For this year's iteration, we will have a pre-CE Fest outreach event on top of our pre-engagement and engagement. Captains can look forward to the event to gain a better understanding of the different shows before they decide which show to sign up for. During the pandemic, we have to be very strategic when we select and choose which partner organizations that we have to engage with. It is also very important to be adaptable, as because of COVID restrictions, we have to come up with new creative ways to plan for our engagement with the partner organizations. Our theme for CE Fest this year is Rewriting Stories. The focus is placed upon changing perceptions of the communities, as well as to rewrite the narratives of such communities. The CE Fest committee hopes that, together with the participants, as well as our partner organizations and our communities, we can together rewrite the stories and create our very own storybook of CE Fest.
CAPT is a mentorship program. In Tanling, we believe in relational mentoring and influence our mentees through the bond we forge with them. Our program also consists of an overseas component in which our mentees are tasked to plan for the engagement session with our partner school in Thailand, during which our mentees will get to develop leadership skills and utilize the skills and value that I've learned in our program, and eventually develop ownership towards the program. It has certainly been difficult due to the many uncertainties we face, such as we are unsure about the number of devices in the partner school, the COVID situation in Thailand, and also we have never done this in the past iterations. However, we have been trying our best to retain the essence of the program in the sense that we still try to grant our mentees great authority in deciding the content of the engagement. What the team has done is just to provide a big framework and ensure a smooth platform for such exchange to occur. If I were to sum up CAPT Tanling in one word, it would be revitalizing. Although I have been a mentor in the past iteration, The experience I have in this iteration is completely different from the last one, with new elements and perspective from both the mentors and the mentees. I really love the ever-evolving nature of the program and the great potential it holds for the iterations to come. CAPT Tunneling is a great platform for whoever has a heart to mentor youth, regardless of your experience level. As we have buddy mentor system and many training programs in place to guide you in your mentoring journeys. Moreover, as it happens in semester 1, it is a great opportunity for freshmen to forge friendship that lasts you through your CAPT journey.
So Kamal used to be an OSL, which is an Overseas Service Learning Project, where in the past, captains used to fly over to Bangalore, India to interact with the kids over there. Kamal's vision is also the 3 E's, which is to expose, engage, and empower. So through this, we also hope to achieve a long-term impact for the youth at the same time. Kamal also focuses on the idea of empowerment through education, where we hope to incorporate this idea into the youths and for them to pursue lifelong learning on their own.
In previous iteration of Kamal, captains fly down to India, Bangalore to interact with the children. But because of the pandemic, we cannot fly down to India. We have shifted everything online. We are doing an e-engagement with the children in India via Google Hangout. And this run we will likely be doing it over Zoom. And on top of that, we actually picked up a new partner, which is Queensway Secondary School, where we do mentoring sessions with the NP students. So both partners or both small projects actually align with our overarching theme, which is empowerment through education. And in future iterations, right, we hope that when the pandemic becomes an endemic and restrictions are lifted, we hope to bring the NP students from QSS over to India as well.
So like all the other community engagement projects in CAPT, Kamal also wishes to incorporate the idea of incorporating this idea of community engagement into our daily lives, as well as into our major and our future jobs if possible.
Yeah, so I've been in the college for just over 2 years, and in that period, in fact, it's been spent mostly dealing with the pandemic, the COVID-19 situation. And but the good thing is that although you have all these restrictions and all that coming in, the captains have actually shown solidarity and support. And as a CAPT family, they come together to help fight this pandemic. And truth be told, we have survived and we have come out of this situation. I know we are still in this situation, but what has shown through is that you can see that there is a fighting spirit from the captains. And together we are going to overcome this situation. The college of Alice and Peter Tan is a college that offers you a very vibrant living and learning experience. And captains, residents who come in will realize that, as I mentioned before, this very strong family spirit and strong bond among the captains. So when you do come in, you're going to be immersed as part of this family. And I guarantee you'll truly enjoy this enriching experience. And as you know, our college has the ethos of active citizenship and community engagement. And those of you who come in will realize that the university is now focusing on the 6th pillar of general education, which is the communities and engagement. So our college already breathes and lives community engagement. And I recall our former director of outreach and community engagement, he says, in community engagement, it is not helping people, but we actually learn from the communities as well. So when you do come in here, you're going to be again part of this community and engagement environment. And I guarantee again that you will really learn from this experience.
Applications for CAPT will be done through the Joint Residential College Application System. You can find the link to the system in the description box below this video. Scroll to University Town College Program and click on the Incoming Freshman button below it. Log in with relevant information and you will see a page like this, with application number and student name on top. Choose CAPT as your preferred college and fill up the necessary details. Do note that the application portal for RCs is different from that of halls. In fact, you can apply for both RCs and halls at the same time. As there will be only one application window for RCs, you are strongly encouraged to apply even if you have not received an offer to join an undergraduate program in NUS yet. For more information on application, program details, cost of staying, and financial aid, you can check out the description box below.
Student life has undoubtedly been affected in the past year due to the pandemic. That being said, there were still many key events that managed to continue, namely inter-college games, art showcase, and one of our flagship events, Community Engagement Festival. We still managed to conduct majority of our community engagement initiatives, and although some were unfortunately held online, rest assured that you will have a vibrant and fulfilling student life here in CAPT. We don't wait for the special moment, we take the moment and make it special. I hope you can join us here in CAPT, where you can write your own CAPT story, make lifelong friendships, and have a memorable experience. Thank you for joining us, and I hope to see you here in CAPT in the coming academic year.